In Oregon, 12 people were arrested during a protest organized by Occupy Portland. About 100 people gathered outside a post office branch to support employees at the U.S. Postal Service. As many as 35,000 postal workers could lose their jobs as a result of large-scale layoffs announced earlier this year. In Chicago, dozens were injured while protesting the recent NATO summit, and now Occupy Chicago wants the city to reimburse peaceful protesters for their medical bills. Occupiers say Chicago Police Department brutalized their bodies and minds at the NATO protests. The group returned to the streets Tuesday to demand compensation for, quote, lost income, lost stability, and treatment costs. The rally was followed up by a march to the Thompson Center and City Hall. And a victory for Occupy Los Angeles. Bank of America has returned a foreclosed home to a woman and her disabled daughter. The family lived there for over 25 years but were evicted after falling behind on payments. Dermo Rodriguez took out a second mortgage to make the house wheelchair accessible for her daughter, who suffers from cerebral palsy. And next Tuesday, June 5th, Wisconsin voters will decide whether Republican Governor Scott Walker will stay in office or get the boot. The election comes after more than 1 million people signed a petition to recall the governor. Last year, 100,000 activists protested in the state capitol after Governor Walker cut collective bargaining rights for public employees. And golf, known as a sport of leisure and affluence, is being interrupted in Michigan. The Professional Golfers Association hosted a major tournament in Benton Harbor last weekend, but some residents are taking issue with that. Caroline Briggs has the latest from Occupy the PGA.
Occupy has turned its sights on a new target: golf. Occupy Benton Harbor held a mock funeral Saturday for their community residents. They argue that the PGA acquired local land for the course illegally. Demonstrators are boycotting Mercedes-Benz and KitchenAid as they are lead sponsors of the multi-million-dollar Senior Open. 20 acres of City Park land was sold by an unelected official who was placed in Benton Harbor as part of the Michigan Governor's Emergency Budget Committee. Benton Harbor residents say the manager was not democratically elected, so they feel he has no obligation to use his position to serve this community.
But we're ready to push back on him. We're going to fight back. That's what we're going to do. We're going to fight back.
For Occupy the Media, this is Caroline Briggs.